Good afternoon. Myself Ravina Kalyan, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Applied Health Science in RPIT Campus, Karnal. Welcome to our YouTube channel RPIT Academics. If you like the content of this channel, please do not forget to subscribe and share the content. So, today we'll talk about the acromioclavicular joint, which is the part of shoulder complex. So, acromioclavicular joint. The main function, that is a primary function of the AC joint, is to allow scapula additional range of motion on the thorax and allow for adjustment of the scapula. So, main function of this joint is to additional range of rotation on the thorax and allow for adjustment of the scapula. Also, this joint allow transmission of forces from the upper extremity of the clavicle. Now, the articular surface of the acromioclavicular joint. First, the type of the joint. It is a plain synovial incoherent joint consists of. So, this is a plain synovial incorrect joint, and the articulation surface includes the lateral end of the clavicle and small facet on the acromion of the scapula. Now, AC joint disc. The disc of the joint is variable in size between individuals at various ages within an individual and between sides of the same individual. Now, capsule and ligament of the AC joint. The capsule of this joint is weak and cannot maintain integrity of the joint without reinforcement of the superior and inferior acromioclavicular and coracoclavicular ligament. And the ligament of the acromioclavicular joint is, first is superior acromioclavicular ligament, second is inferior acromioclavicular ligament, and third is coracoclavicular ligament, which includes at the lateral end it is trapezoid and the medial end it is conoid. Now, range of motion of joint. It shows the 3 rotated degree of freedom and 3 degree of translatory motion. In 3 rotated degree of freedom, it includes internal and external rotation. Second is anterior and posterior tipping. Third is upward and downward rotation. In case of translator motion, the 3 degree includes, which is a very small in magnitude, which includes first is anterior and posterior, second is medial and lateral, third is superior and inferior. Now, first we talk about the internal and external rotation. Protraction and retraction of scapula requires internal and external rotation, respectively, for the scapula to follow the convex thorax and orient glenoid fossa with the plane of elevation. And next point is 40 to 60 degree may be possible with full range of motion reaching forward and across the body. Next is anterior and posterior tipping. It occurs during the while elevating the arm. The scapula posteriorly tips on thorax as the scapula is upwardly rotate, which is approx 30%. And in case of maximal flexion and extension, anterior and posterior tipping can reach up to 40% or more than that. Next is upward and downward rotation. Upward rotation shows the degree of 30 degree and downward rotation in this joint is 17 degree. Now, acromioclavicular stress and tolerance. Acromioclavicular joint is susceptible to trauma and degenerative changes because of small and incongruent surfaces. It commonly occurs during first 3 decades of life. And trauma result in AC joint disruption ranging from sprain and subluxation to dislocation. Thank you.